Welcome back to Where is the Money? So Intel is doing another round of layoffs. Man, they just did like almost 15 to 20,000 layoffs a few months ago. Now we're doing more layoffs, and get this, it's layoffs in the AI department. How does that work?
Intel, with its research and development hub in Hillsboro, is laying off workers yet again to try and stay afloat. This round of cuts will take effect in July. The chipmaker currently has about 107,000 employees. About 20,000 of those work in Oregon. According to an email sent to employees, these cuts will target the factory division known as Intel Foundry. Just last year, Intel cut 15,000 workers, including 3,000 in Oregon. The downsizing, a product of a decline in sales and challenges within a competitive market. Intel first announced this upcoming round of cuts in April. New CEO Brutality says the company needs to refocus around engineering and streamline decision-making.
Now, if you're not familiar with Intel's Foundry department, let's hear from Intel social media themselves on what it is and how they were supposed to position themselves to take over the AI market, which obviously is not happening now, but let's hear why it was created and then what went wrong.
We just announced Intel Foundry, the world's first systems foundry for the AI era. Not only will this completely transform the future of technology as we know it, but it will also bring thousands of jobs to the US as we will be producing chips in Arizona. In addition to that, Microsoft has chosen to design an upcoming chip of theirs using the Intel 18A process, which is one of the processes on our advanced Intel Foundry roadmap, as you can see here. This is an extremely exciting moment for us as a company, so make sure to follow along to stay updated on the latest Intel news.
A few moments later.
So apparently they lost a lot of money last year, and now they got to scale down, and the economic climate has shifted. Obviously, the tariffs could play a role, which they haven't admitted it has anything to do, but I speculate that it does. You remember a few years back where corporate jobs used to be a lot more secure than it is these days. Having a corporate job used to be the cushy job. You get the office, you get the benefits, you get the 401k, you get the match, you get all the perks. Maybe a company car, maybe some frequent flyer miles, you get some perks and a good salary. That used to be the golden ticket for stability. These days, especially in tech, it's a for sure ticket to unemployment.
One reason we don't give these companies all that we could give is because they be laying people off too often. I mean, every company got to lay off at least once a year. We ain't never safe. But I'm supposed to give my all to this job, work extra hours, work after hours. Couldn't be me. I feel like there gotta be something said about job security nowadays. Like for my grandma, my parents, you go work for a company for 20 plus. You ain't doing that nowadays. It's 2 to 5 years, and even the company expects that. After that, you better be looking for something, because it's either you ain't getting paid what you should, or you about to be let go. And that job search right now, sheesh, that's a whole nother animal.
Now, corporate layoffs, specifically the white-collar, cushy jobs, is being targeted the most. Now, we got jobs like, warehouses and Amazon and some of these other industries that are laying off as well, but nothing has been getting hit as much as corporate tech-type jobs, the white-collar jobs. They are being cut by the thousands, and it really kind of started around 2022 is when it really ramped up, and it never slowed down. We thought, Meta laying off 20,000. Oh, okay. You got Google laying off thousands. Oh, okay. You got Microsoft laying off thousands. And it just never stopped, even into this year. So a lot of people in the corporate sector are obviously concerned.
So I'm finally able to make this video because I have spent the last week freaking out and just feeling so down and so upset. I lost my job last Friday, and it was my corporate job. It was a company that I really cared about. I put in a lot of work into and busted my ass for them and worked, time that I shouldn't have, like well into the night, well into the weekend, and really put forth 110% plus. But unfortunately, it doesn't matter. Layoffs, it doesn't matter your performance. It doesn't matter how much you do. When they want to cut people, they cut people. So unfortunately, I was one of the people that were cut. There was a bunch of people that were cut, unfortunately, across the US. So now I'm kind of like, what the hell do I do? I have a mortgage and I feel like we're drowning. So I'm like, do I sell my house? Do I, see about getting a new job? But I see so many people on TikTok and friends that are like, I've been applying since, 8 months ago, 18 months ago, and can't find anything. And I've been applying too, even before I got laid off. I just was, keeping my resume out there just in case anything like this happened. And I applied for jobs that I had met every, credential, experience, and, it's those auto reject emails that are like, we found a better candidate. I'm like, okay. So I don't know. I don't know if people are hiring, if they're not hiring, what is happening. There's so much volatility right now. And, I'm a musician, so I might try to do that route, but I don't know if I can. I don't think it's going to pay enough. I don't think that it's going to, work out because my bills are expensive. So yeah, I don't know if anybody else is in the same boat. If anybody has advice, if anyone's hiring. And yeah, I feel like lost.
Now, if you know someone that's been laid off, you know someone that's looking for a job, then you know firsthand from their experiences and hearing from them that it's not easy trying to replace a job these days, job or career, really, because it used to be, an entry-level job. You need to up your skills and find something that you are more in demand, and it's tougher for you to become out of work. Well, this lady here was the director of operations for a corporation for many years, and she had a stable career that she's worked and got an MBA. And with that MBA and all of that director level experience, she's still unemployed.
Hey y'all. Man, it's taken me a long time to get to the point where I wanted to actually come on here and post a video, but I'm really at the end of my rope and I'm not sure what else to do. So a little bit of backstory. I worked as a director of client delivery and also a director of operations at a Fortune 15 organization for the last 2 years. Before that, I was a director of operations at a different company. So I've worked really hard. I have 3 degrees. I have an MBA. Worked really hard throughout my life to get into corporate America and rise through the ranks and do a really good job. Loved my job, was at a great organization, but corporate America, and I was laid off with 136 of my colleagues back in November of 2024. I knew the job market was brutal. I didn't realize it was this brutal. I still have not found employment. I've applied to well over 300 jobs. I've had some interviews. I get to final rounds. It's always somebody else that they go with. So I know that it's not my experience. It's just someone maybe that has more experience than I do. I don't know. But I'm at the point where I've exhausted everything. I'm a single parent, so I'm the only earner. I have exhausted my severance package. I've exhausted my savings. I've exhausted my Fidelity accounts, all of my stock. Everything's gone. I'm down to the last bit to get me through the next few weeks. On top of it, my landlord has told me that he is selling the house that I rent from him that I've been in for the last 3 years. He's selling that at the end of my lease, which is up at the end of August. So if you know anything about renting, you can't go get a new place if you can't show proof of employment.
She's still having difficulty finding a job to this day. And so much so that she's ran through all of her severance, all of her savings, a single parent, and she's still, to this day, having issues trying to find steady employment, because guess what? It does not make a difference if you got a job or a career, you have a valuable skill or not. Job security is not secure in 25. So what do you guys make of this right now? Do you feel like there's more cuts coming down the line, whether from Intel, all other companies in general could be doing layoffs as well? Because the tech is not the only sector. Put your comments below. Let's talk about it. This is Where is the Money? Talk to you soon.